Got disconnected from the internet. Alright, should be all online. Oh, Twitch doesn't work. Alright, it's back now. Sorry about that. Oh, the room camera is offline too. Have to restart that. This is taking forever as usual. What else do we have? Pound Aussie looks very nice. Not so sure. What else? Aussie in for a short, but this is pretty late, I guess. Yeah, that's too late. US dollar cat maybe. This is pretty late too. Three pips. Not so sure. Okay, that looks very interesting. This is gonna take a while just to go down. Or maybe it was there already. $23 pips down. What else? Nothing else, I guess. US dollar Sing dollar is pulling back. Pound Aussie went nowhere. Euro Sing is still undecided. Pound Aussie. What about cable? It's too far. I guess we just have to wait. Kami said I should look at Kiwi. Let's see. That's interesting. What's Kiwi Yen doing? All the yens are down. Kiwi is usually left. Oh, Kiwi is still high. I mean higher is higher than the reverb. Across the moving average. On the 4 hour, it looks like the retest is done already. I will actually buy that on a longer time frame. That looks pretty interesting. But with the Nikkei on the way down, I'm not so sure, but it's not gonna go down for long anyway. Okay, here's the moving average. So it was tested already. Maybe I'm buying that. Okay, there it is. I have to get out of the sync trade first. Don't want to double my risk, this is too heavy. Where is it doing? How is it doing anyway? Alright, still going nowhere. Let's leave the Kiwi in here open and put EURSGD here so I can see it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Oh, I have no trend lines for Euro thing there. I better flip them.
There's no ceiling when you are near me, worth the waiting. Baby, believe me, a chance of you is worth taking. There's no limit when you are near me. Sending you my love and all my good vibes, sending all I got. So tell me you feeling all my love and how it feels right. Sending you my love. So tell me you got it. Tell me you got it. Tell me you got it. We got distance.
EU is pulling up nicely.
You're here with me, always on my.
Just give me 1 second. Yeah, I hope it does.
We got distance.
So I'm in Euro thing.
Yeah, you're in EURSGD.
Sending all I got. So tell me you feeling all my love and how it feels right. Sending you my love. So tell me you got it. Tell me you got it. Sending you my love and all my good vibes, sending all I got. So tell me you feeling all my love and how it feels right. Sending you my love, my love, my love, my love.
The dollar is still fighting. Dollar is too strong. This may take some time.
Some news now from Italy. We're hearing that Generali's Italy unit resilient to spread widening. That's according to report in Repubblica.
That yellow line is probably no longer valid. We'll find something better. 54439.
Earnings there for Spain's Bankia. Full year net income comes in at 703 million euros. That's a miss of the expected 785.4 million, and also fourth quarter net loss of 40 million euros. Again, that's an estimate there was for a loss of a much smaller rather loss of 10.9 million.
Oh, it went below. Good that I didn't buy that one.
Good morning and welcome to the European session. This is Live Squawk and it's Monday the 28th of January. It's been a listless session for overnight APAC equities, except that is the Nikkei 225, which was sharply lower after the yen gained, pulling further away from last week's 110 handle to a current 109.35. Sterling had a strong week last week, driven by amendments to Prime Minister May's Plan B for Brexit, which aims to prevent a no-deal Brexit and will be voted on this Tuesday. A further shot in the arm came overnight when the Sun newspaper scooped that Prime Minister May was privately telling Cabinet that she won't allow a no-deal scenario and was keeping up with the threat publicly as a bargaining chip with EU. At least she was until now. This week, Washington hosts the Chinese Vice Premier for trade talks, so no developments overnight in that area. Breaking news in the past hour, Bankia, the Spanish bank, earnings there underwhelm, full-year net income misses at 703 million euros. Other headlines overnight. Bank of Japan's minutes show a disagreement over the level of bond yields. Meanwhile, President Trump again considering emergency powers to build his wall. China's industrial profits shrink on weak demand. Cable targets Friday's 132.17. That high on Prime Minister May's no-deal report in the Sun. Australian dollar against the US dollar there looks to regain 72 handle. Trump shutdown costs America $6 billion, says Standard & Poor's. And London aluminium prices dive as US lifts Rusal sanctions. Nikkei falls on firmer yen, caution before earnings season. Nissan faces SEC probe in US over executive pay. China's envoy to the EU hits out at Huawei's security slander, as he calls it. Japan Display, meanwhile, shares there drop on harsh earnings outlook. And finally, Ocado in secret talks with Marks & Spencer. So coming up in the session ahead at 8:45 GMT, we have Eurozone, we have ECB's Novotny speaking, as also and Austria's Lerger at a fintech seminar in Vienna. At 9 GMT, it's Eurozone M3 money supply for December. At 9:30, Bank of England's asset purchase facility quarterly report for the fourth quarter. And at 11:30, Sweden Riksbank's Jochnik gives a speech in Stockholm. Looking at opening calls now, courtesy of IG. FTSE 100 there expected to open down by 0.46%. The DAX to open down 0.47%. The CAC 40 is the underperformer today, down by 0.58%. The MIB expected to be down 0.45%, and finally the IBEX to be down 0.55%. And some now from Europe, we're hearing that Alstom and Siemens have decided to further modify remedies for their rail deal.
Looks like the dollar is having some trouble. Yeah, it was a short-lived. Looks like it's gonna continue up. Why is my microphone so quiet? Yeah, looks like this is gonna go down. Oh, nice. Almost there. But it will just be volatility, and the dollar is not so active. Thinking of removing the stop loss, the take profit. But this is gonna have a tough time to break out. Oh, fuck it. No experiments today. Don't forget it's Monday. Dollar's dropping nicely. Let's see if it's retesting the wave up. That should be enough to push Euro thing up. I need another coffee. fuck was that? That's maybe too close. I'm gonna take profit here when the dollar hits the VWAP. I better put an alert there. So it's either that's better. Oh, the dollar is picking up speed quite a lot. Oh, maybe it's just volatility. Almost at the VWAP. Oh, that's gonna be a close one. There we go.
Good morning to those traders that are joining us for the European session. Just a quick recap on some of the developments over the weekend. I'd seen Juncker tells May EU would only agree to backstop changes if UK stays permanently in customs union. May told ministers she won't allow a no-deal Brexit, and Commons leader Leadsom says it's feasible to delay Brexit without extension of Article 50. If we need a couple of extra weeks, Britain has the option of using martial law under disorderly Brexit. In the US shutdown, Trump signs bill to reopen government through to 15th of February, threatening with another shutdown or state of emergency if he does not get a fair deal by then. Says he won't accept less than 5.7 billion for border wall funding. The S&P coming out and saying the economy lost 6 billion from the shutdown. ECB not says Europe's economy is very much okay and sees limited inflation and a few quarters of slightly lower growth, mostly due to foreign trade, while internal demand remains very good. On Iran, EU may announce an SPV today to facilitate trade without incurring US sanctions. That was via Bloomberg. In China, Premier Li says it's fully confident and capable of keeping growth within an appropriate range in 2019. Moving to the Bank of Japan, one member sees the need to take decisive measures if downside risks to the economy materialize. One member seeing room for further tweaking in QE. That's from the December minutes. On Friday late, Moody's and Fitch confirmed the highest credit rating for Germany. In commodities, oil prices under pressure this morning as US companies added rigs for the first time this year, a signal that crude output may rise further. US energy firms last week raising a number of rigs looking for new oil to 862. That's an additional 10 rigs. That's from the Baker Hughes energy survey there. In FX, the dollar eased versus most of its peers early Monday as investors turned their attention to this week's Federal Reserve, with trade. Looking at equities as well, Asia shares ticked up on Monday, though they have retreated from their earlier highs as the relief of the news of the deal to reopen the US government following a prolonged shutdown gave way to edginess before a key round of China-US trade talks. Seeing Alstom and Siemens confirm new concessions on merger to satisfy antitrust demands. And Tesco's over the weekend say that they must cut as many as 15,000 jobs, affecting 732 of their largest stores. Also as well, Deutsche Bank in advanced talks of receiving additional investment from Qatar Investment Authority. And just looking ahead to some of the earnings today, we have Caterpillar reporting, the world's second. So Caterpillar reporting there, so accounts for 5 to 10% of the US industrial equipment of companies' total sales in the fourth quarter. Numbers may help investors get a better sense of how China's slowdown will affect the US economy. Caterpillar shares in 2018 did take a beating. And just looking at the economic calendar, very light day today at 9 o'clock London time. We have the Eurozone M3 money supply. Also at quarter to what?
So just in comments here from the 1922 committee chairman Brady, saying that we are seeing some flexibility and creativity creeping in across the EU on the UK's exit. So comments here from the 1922 committee chairman Brady. So just in regards to Brexit, just seeing a tweet here from Sky News Deputy Political Editor Beth Rigby, saying that she was also told by a Remainer Conservative backbencher this weekend that they and others will not support the Brady Amendment. And just as a reminder, the Brady Amendment requires the backstop to be replaced with alternative arrangement. So just seeing a comment here from UK Tory lawmaker Bowles, saying it's unlikely to be a free vote on his amendment. And Nick Bowles says that he will support the Graham Brady amendment. And just in terms of the Bowles Amendment, that states that if no deal is reached by February or the end of February, then the government must create a binding motion seeking an Article 50 extension.
I'm thinking about just gonna take profit here. Oh, come on, this is taking forever. I think I'm just gonna take profit here. This is really a tough time getting up there. Oh, I'm missing. The spread was, slippage was terrible on these trades.
So having gone past the EU cash open, just taking a quick spot check of the markets here. Taking a look at the indices, all open lower by around 0.3%. Meanwhile, in terms of sectors, energy sector is not doing too well, underperforming at the moment alongside consumer staples. Meanwhile, material names are outperforming as copper prices rise. In terms of movers and shakers, Ocado up around 5% after reports of talks with Marks & Spencer. That's regarding the launch of their food delivery service. Meanwhile, Dixon's Carphone are higher by almost 5% after a broker move. Miners are all higher. In the FTSE, we're seeing Rio Tinto, Fresnillo dominating the index, and that's on the back of copper prices rising on the back of the Vale Dam collapse. Meanwhile, Alston down around 4% after the EU Competition Commissioner said that concessions for their merger with Siemens are insufficient. In terms of FX markets, just seeing marginal weakness in the pound ahead of tomorrow's Plan B vote. We will post a list of amendments on the board later on today. Meanwhile, Dixie is just marginally higher, up around 0.1% on the day. Fixed income treading water ahead of major risk events, while finally in commodities, oil was lower on the back of the Baker Hughes rig count, which added 10 additional oil rigs, while gold is moving in tandem with the greenback. And just in terms of what we're looking for ahead, 8:45 we may get comments from ECB's Novotny, and that's London time, sorry. Meanwhile, in terms of data, US National Activity Index scheduled for later today, and potential comments from ECB's Draghi, DOE's Carney, and Broadbent, and also Fed's Mester.
Hello.
Hey there.
I got a question for you in regards to C traders, bots and programming and all that jazz.
Okay, what is it?
If I create an indicator which overlays over my chart, can I reference that indicator like using its namespace and stuff through the bot script? Can I have them as like two separate scripts?
Oh yeah, sure. You can just import an indicator. It's pretty easy.
Even if it's a custom indicator that I've made?
Yeah, it makes no difference. But to reference a built-in indicator is a lot more easier regarding the command, but it's the same way of doing it. You just define an array or object and then just load it, basically. You don't even have to have it on the chart.
No, I know what you mean. Like, yeah, that's I don't really want it on the chart. So, but yeah, cheers. Do you know what would be really useful as well? But I understand if not. I'd really like the source code to your hedging bot.
I'm in the process of cleaning it up a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, that sucks. Just a second.
Do you know the on-tick method that's called?
Uncheck? No.
Wait, what? The on-tick method in bots.
Oh,
You know,
on-tick.
like
Sorry, I didn't hear you clear. Yeah, sure.
Alright. Yeah, can I get in that method, can I get the high, low, close and open of the current candle for a specific time frame during that tick?
Yeah, sure. If you define it before, then it's available. Just make it public.
Okay.
Well, if you don't plan on making any changes to the way it's being executed, like you said, on tick, then just put your execution code there. But I made I use our own function, which is also public, and then just execute it in the on tick, because I have also a time setting. But if everything runs on each tick, then this makes no difference.
Well, the strategy I'm thinking of in my head requires I've programmed it in TradingView, but the problem with TradingView is you can't backtest properly, because you can't place like limit orders or anything like that, and you can't place you can't do your analysis like on tick. It has to be either on bar close. So I sort of want to recreate it within CTrader to see if I can get more accurate results.
Yeah, but it's have to change the language, because TradingView is Lime or something like that. I hate that. I'm very yeah, I'm kind of a imbecile about that.
No, I don't like it either. It's just I really like TradingView's charts.
Give me. Why I can't do that? Oh, yeah.
I've been stopped out of 2 trades this morning, and now they're both going in my favour. But the thing is, they've stopped that way. I'm actually some way from my stop loss, so it's really weird.
I'm just searching for X. How do I call that? A batch. Just a second. There it is.
Why do I keep getting stopped out in CTrader for?
Sorry?
I've got stopped out again, and like this is nowhere near where I put my stop loss, but apparently it is.
You were talking about a bot or indicator to get the close whatever price.
I want an indicator to just basically display what the bot will be doing on the chart. But I want it to be separate from the bot, so I haven't got to run the bot and the indicator if I decide to manually trade. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, sure. It also makes sense based. Where are you? Oh, there
So
you
then
go.
I want the bot to import the indicator, and then on each tick test if the indicator matches like its required parameters, and then obviously execute trades based on that. But then I wanted to have a look at your hedging bot to see how it's done. So because I also want to add
in around 10 minutes time,
the ability for it to auto hedge for me as well.
December. And expectations previously a surplus of 4.9 billion. Alongside this, we'll also get the Swedish household lending growth for the month of December. So year on year, no expectations.
By the way, looking
5.7%.
Does the indicator plot something?
Sorry?
Does the indicator draw something?
Yeah.
So you have output, right?
Yeah.
And the output
Yeah.
has a result.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you just need to have like market series open time as example. Just type in the C algo editor var whatever equals, and then start typing market series, and then it's gonna show you everything you can use. Then you just use open. Wait.
I'll have a look into it now. I've only just finished reading the introduction on C-Trader's website, and I've got the API reference up now, so I'm probably gonna start something and just have a play around with it and see what I can do with it. Can you look in trading room really quick as well?
Let me just make a quick photo. I'm gonna put it in quant.
Well, the source code.
Just an example. So it's the editor does the autocomplete for you. You just have to pick what you want. It's pretty easy.
Yeah, no, I know that.
So you're already in the time frame because you have the time frame open. So this is market series already, and then you have the high close open and so on and so on. And you can also use multiple time frames. You just have to reload it again.
What do you mean I have to load it again?
Well, if you have another time frame, then you have to define it again. But the default market series is defined by the time frame you're looking at.
You select, yeah. So if I wanted to though, I could do, say, the 15-minute time frame and then, say, the hour time frame.
Yeah, then you just load it again with the time frame parameter.
No, what I mean is, can I use the 15-minute time frame and the hour time frame in the same on the same sort of time frame? So say I'm looking at
in a bot, yes. You just load you just add the reference to the bot, and then you have to initialize anyway. So you have to make a variable for it or whatever, or object.
Yeah.
And then when you load the object, you have to define the time frame, because the bot doesn't care what time frame you're looking at. And then you just make two variables, and one have your 1 hour chart and the other one has your 10-minute chart or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, look in trading room. I got stopped out again. God knows why.
Let's hope not. I mean, about God. I have a build error. What the fuck? Whatever. Don't care.
What time is it where you are right now?
15:24.
Okay, so you'll be on for a while then.
Well, where was the stop? Oh, this is history. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. It'll probably be easier to open that new browser so you can like zoom in and stuff. It closed me out at that price, even though my stop was set way lower. Now the only thing I can think of is perhaps I had a trailing stop on that brought the stop up a bit. But I can't see me adding that on.
On your history, there should be, yeah? Yeah, on the very left side, on this trade, is a button with an eye in it. Just click it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you can see all the changes that have been made by you, by the server, by whatever. This is very, very clear. And you will see where you stopped out and why. There will be a sub-order for this order, where you got stopped out. The window, this is there's a general overview.
Yeah, no, I see the window. It just doesn't explain what I want to see.
Yeah, just click to the close. There is a closing order because it's a different order. What you see is only the order you place. And then there is in the 1, 2, 3, 4th line is the reference to the closing order.
Yeah, it doesn't answer the things I need.
And there should show channel. And in the closing order, if you click on the right side, there is position details. There are two buttons, order details and position details. Just click to position details. And then if you scroll down, you see all the changes that have been made to this position. And there should be the stop out somewhere, and then just click to that.
Yeah, the stop loss is set to 1.31972.
Yeah, but there will be an order where the position is actually being closed. And if you click on that one, you're gonna see why it's being closed. And at what price.
Right. Yeah, it closed higher than that.
Let's try
132072. It says here, position modified, stop loss set to 1.31972. Then I got stopped out.
so just around a minute now for the Swedish trade balance. No expectations, previously a surplus of 4.9 billion. Seconds. So there's a deficit of 4.7 billion, a deficit of 4.7, and that is below the prior of a surplus of 4.9, with the prior revised lower to a surplus of 2.8 billion. In terms of the household lending growth, that's at 5.5% year on year, below the prior of 5.7%. No immediate reaction seen in the Swedish krona.
I'll be back in a second.
I'm going for breakfast, right? So I'll catch you in about an hour or so.
Okay. Alright. That's it for today. Yeah, good morning, afternoon everyone. Not so eventful day, but well, we made some money after all. First was I shorted Australian dollar Japanese yen, which went terribly bad. Okay, as an excuse, I was on the phone at this time and just tried to argue with the person on the phone and with the trade. This didn't work out so well. So on the reverb, on the second failure, this was just being plain stupid. On the second failure, I traded a reverb reversal here to the upside and doubled the position, and got all the loss back basically. Break even, not break even, damage control exit at the first resistance, which was this trend line here, and then just move on to something else. Something else was EURSGD. Wow, that is slow. You can see here on the 30-minute there is a triangle building, and here's the more substantial resistance on the side. And we have the same resistance on the 4-hour chart, so this is just a very easy trade. And we were mid-range, so I just went in here And because I had some profit before, I just reinvested and allowed a slightly larger drawdown. Scaling one more, but you can see here the slippage was terrible. That was very, very bad volatility at this time. That's why the orders were filled. Where even price went, not went. Anyway, exit at this trend line, which is basically the same as the one you can see on the 30-minute, with a 2.93%. So this went as planned. Allowed a little bit more drawdown, which was basically financed by the previous trade. Made 4.416% today. Yeah, that's it so far for today. Let's talk in the chat room and have a great trading day.